The Kardashians are an extremely powerful family, and if you don't think so, then I'll tell you someone who does, and that is Blac Chyna. She's currently suing the Kardashians, and today we're going to break down exactly what has been going on over the last couple of years, as there's a court date coming up and a jury that is ready to hear her out. And this is making for some really messy family drama, as Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian have a daughter together, Dream, who is 5 years old. In order to understand the situation just a little bit better, let's run it back to when Rob and Chyna first got together. Because I'm going to tell you, this has been a years-long battle that all started with the old E! Show that her and Rob had together called Rob and Chyna. Chyna claims that the Kardashians were the reason that her show with Rob was canceled from E! They got the show right before their daughter was born. Blac Chyna gave birth on one of the episodes, and it really highlighted what was going on behind the scenes with their relationship. And apparently they were set for a season 2, but only season 1 was released. The two did go through a very, very nasty breakup. In 2017, according to People, Blac Chyna filed a lawsuit against Rob Kardashian and his family Tuesday for allegedly damaging her brand and verbally and physically her. In the filing obtained by People, Chyna, 29, claims she has suffered significant damages since her ex-fiance's exploitive social media rampage July 5th, in which he shared graphic content about the mother of his child, including 3 naked photos, while accusing her of drug, alcohol abuse, and infidelity. According to the lawsuit, Chyna, born Angela White, alleges the nude photo scandal, along with influence from the Kardashian family, are what got Rob and Chyna her E! Reality show with the 30-year-old Kardashian axed before a season 2. If you guys don't remember this whole thing that went down between Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian on Instagram, he literally posted a photo of her hoo-ha onto Instagram. It was a horrible situation, and Blac Chyna is claiming that is just one of the things that she feels led to E! Canceling her show, and that whole situation really damaging her image. They were apparently, according to Chyna, supposed to get a season 2 of their show, but she's claiming the Kardashians had major influence over the network canceling the show and not going forward with that season 2. The Kardashians, however, have denied these claims over the last couple of years and tried to say that the reason the show was canceled was because of Chyna herself and nothing that they had done. At one point in time, Chyna had a restraining order against Rob Kardashian as their relationship grew toxic, and that played a major part in why the Kardashians are saying they couldn't film their show and why the show got canceled. Not because of anything that they said, but because it would have been difficult for them to film with the restraining order. Chyna, however, has tried to say that the show was a massive hit and did a lot of numbers for E! And that there's no way that they would have canceled that show because of how well it did. The Kardashians and Jenners, according to People, previously filed a demur asking for dismissal of the case in late 2017, but it was rejected by the courts in 2018. And if you're wondering why she feels as though Kris Kardashian and Kim Kardashian and Kylie as well would even have anything to do with the fact that their show was canceled, was because the family was holding a lot of power in E! As Keeping Up with the Kardashians was very much attached to this show because Rob was in it, and also Kim and Kris were labeled as executive producers of the show. I mean, Blac Chyna and Rob were also part of it, but Kris and Kim are also under the same title. This week, Blac Chyna took to Twitter to give an update on this lawsuit. I plan to refocus my attention on my trial against Kris Jenner and her daughters, Kim, Khloe, and Kylie, which starts in 13 days. When they got my #1 hit show killed back in January 2017, that not only hurt me financially and emotionally, that hurt my beautiful kids. I'm taking them to court to stand up for my legal rights and to be an example to my kids that what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And what they did was so wrong. I'm so thankful that a jury will finally listen to what really happened behind closed doors, the lies that were told, and the damage that was done. At the end of the trial, I'm going to be able to proudly tell King and Dream that I did everything I could to right the wrong that was done to me, and that in life, it is my hope that they will be able to stand up for themselves when it matters too. Peace and love to you all. Angela. This Twitter message from Blac Chyna was posted days after the father of her 2 children, Rob Kardashian and Tyga, had called her out publicly after she claimed she was a single mother receiving no support from them at all. A screenshot of her tweet was posted to the Shade Room and it said, "Yesterday, I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons? Morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support, I'm a mama." And then tweeted, "Single, no support, child support." To which Rob replied to this post made by the Shade Room saying, "I pay $37K a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL." Tyga also commented saying, "I pay $40K a year for my son's school and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL." There were a ton of people that took these comments and went with it, you guys. They were trolling Chyna saying, "Dang, Chyna can never take her kids to Chick-fil-A," and things like that. You guys, I couldn't even believe those comments. But those are the things that people were saying after hearing Rob and Tyga say this about Blac Chyna. But back to everything that's going on with this specific lawsuit against Rob's sisters, because that's a lot. According to People, they had a quote from her attorney, and it said, Chyna's attorney, Lynn Ciani, said at the time that they were turning their full attention to their lawsuit against the Kardashians, telling People in a statement that the jury trial is set for April 15th in Los Angeles Superior Court. Chyna will prove to the jury that all 4 defendants defamed her by falsely accusing her of physically Rob and then using that lie to get her #1 hit show, Rob and Chyna, canceled by the E! Network and NBC Universal. This statement read, "Chyna's jury trial against Rob Kardashian for revenge will commence after the completion of her jury trial against Kris Jenner and her 3 daughters." So this has been a long time coming. I mean, 2017, we're in 2022, and it is just now that Chyna will be telling her story in front of a jury, and it will be up to them whether or not they feel like the Kardashians are guilty for what she's claiming that they did, which is basically ruining her reputation and getting her show taken away from her. This is so crazy. And I mean, just all the little in-between details of this are just nuts, you guys. I don't even know how this is going to play out. I mean, this is crazy. Imagine being on the jury for this. I feel like you can't even know who the Kardashians are in order to be a part of it because you can't have any bias or anything like that. So that's just going to be a very, very interesting situation to see play out. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this and the fact that she is prioritizing this case over the case with Rob. That was pretty much all that she was saying in her statement, was that she was moving forward with this case specifically. The other case between her and Rob, that's a situation that will be dealt with following what's going on here with her and his sisters. And with this being a family issue, it's not like her and Rob don't have a kid together and that, you know, after all of this, they'll just go their separate ways. No, like they literally have to see each other at birthday parties and family gatherings because they share a child together. And Khloe is always there hanging out with Dream. She's always photographing Dream hanging out with her daughter True. So this is definitely a very uncomfortable situation all around, with the fact that they are always hanging out with each other. Yet there's this massive lawsuit that has been years in the making. Khloe isn't part of the lawsuit. It is just Kris, Kim, and Kylie, which is yikes. It's like, hey, I have a kid with your ex and I'm also suing you. But clearly her and Khloe, I guess, are on good terms because Khloe is always hanging out with her daughter and she's not part of the lawsuit. Maybe she's like, oh, well, let me take Dream and please don't sue me. But I mean, just how uncomfortable. It's like, oh, hey, I'm dropping off Dream, but also like, I'm totally suing your sisters. Yikes. Christmas is gonna be so freaking awkward, you guys. I wonder what Kourtney, Kendall, and Khloe are all saying about this, because I mean, they lucked out. They're not a part of this lawsuit. I mean, they're just watching and waving at their sisters getting sued. I honestly don't really know why Kylie is a part of this, because, you know, I really do feel like Kris and Kim are labeled as executive producers of the show, so they would have more of a hand, and Kylie's just kind of there. But I mean, who knows? Like, maybe it goes deeper than that. We'll find out when the jury gets to hear all of the information and and if it's all made public, then we will get to know. But that one feels a little personal just based on the ex history. I definitely need to know what you guys think about this because wow. So let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.